Both these teams suffered first-round exits a year ago. Both of them hoping to do better this season. Steve Clark was the Supporters Player of the Year in Portland last year. And we are underway in Portland, the 13th of 13 matches to begin the 2020 Major League Soccer season. 2 new faces in the Minnesota starting 11. 3 new faces in the Portland Timbers starting 11. It's Diego Valeri. He's looking for Felipe Mora up top. He's getting the start at striker for the Timbers. Giovanni Savarese is going to have some interesting decisions to make as this season goes on. They signed 2 strikers in the offseason. Mora, who's a TAM player, and Jaroslav Niezgoda, who's a DP. As Minnesota is offside looking for their new striker, Luis Amarilla. Both these teams, as we talked to them yesterday, Mo, excited about their depth, and they both think they're 3 deep, particularly at that striker position.
Yeah, you just talked about some of the signings that Portland made, and the issue that Giovanni Savarese is going to have. But to be honest, you want those kind of problems as a manager. You want to have players competing for competition for every position. You want there to be a real challenge, and you want players to earn their spot. So when you have that kind of luxury to be that deep at certain positions, we talked about it earlier, it gives you a little bit more flexibility in how you approach games. They mentioned to us yesterday that they might, as the season goes on, they might play in a 4-4-2, the diamond in midfield. They might even look to go in a 3-5-2 at times, and that's just because they have the personnel who are versatile as well as flexible in how they can go about in this game.
Roman Metaner stepping in. The Timbers win it back. Mora. Now Diego Chara. Jorge Moreira. Valeri finds Blanco. Running at Metaner, into the middle, Paredes! It's wide! First big chance of the match. Christian Paredes couldn't put it on frame. Mora turning. Mora having a go, and it's wide. But again, it's all Portland. Minnesota yet to take a shot in this match. Portland already with 4. Here's Christian Paredes. He could be the future, 21 years old. Came into the arm, kind of the belly, awkwardly, not the arm, I don't think, of Chase Gasper. Maybe still there for Portland. Felipe Mora. Valeri. Oh, nifty to get it back to Mora. Sebastian Blanco, and it's wide. They keep coming, Portland. They've yet to really test Tyler Miller, their 5th shot of the match. Headed away only as far as Jorge Villafana. Well, it's poked away by Amarilla. It's going to be okay for the Timbers. Char was trying to get it to Valeri. Well, Gasper to Amarilla. Has Molino in the middle. Moreira back to defend. Still Amarilla. Those 2 guys were teammates at Libertad in Paraguay from 2013 to 2015.
Michael Boxall in the box.
Grey Goose sending it in. Oh, it got to Boxall, who flicked it on, and then Amarilla alone on the back post. Can't put it into a wide open goal. Now Minnesota ahead to Ethan Finley. He's got a man in the middle. It's Robin Ludd. Clark off his line. Oh, and he gets there. It might be loose still, and it is put in. It is Kevin Molino opening the scoring for Minnesota United.
And there you see Luis Amarilla clearly onside, no question about that. Plays the early ball in there. Steve Clark's off his line early, makes the initial challenge, but Kevin Molino falls right in his path, and he does so well to just toe poke it into the open net. And again, this is against the run of play. Portland started off the second half very bright like they did in the first half. Haven't capitalized on any of their chances, any of their half chances, any of their threats in the box. And all it took was just one chance in transition.
During his MLS career, missed basically the entire 2018 season and entire 2015 season. And a guy who has the faith of his head coach, Adrian Heath, who he was with for so many years, 6 seasons in Orlando, from the USL, brought up to MLS. A player who at his best can be so good. The Timbers trying to get it back. Paredes, saved by Miller.
They're getting their chances.
Ludd into Molino. Wide to Gasper. His cross is headed away by Zuparic only as far as Jan Gregush. Crashing into Moreda. Advantage played. Jimmy Chara. Nifty little deke. Still Jimmy Chara. For Mora. Opara defending. Gasper there as well. Mora goes down. Penalty. It was not given in the first half. It is given in the second half. And the Timbers will have a chance, as it stands now, to level this match from the spot.
Opara is in absolute shock right now. But it's a good entry ball in there. Felipe Mora does well to shield him off, using his body. Keeps the ball away from him. Opara can't make a play on the ball. And it's a penalty.
Miller, 7 of 9 have been successful against him. It's Diego Valeri who levels the match. 1-1. Goes minutes apart after a scoreless first half. It's opened up here in Portland.
And you take another look at it, though. Felipe Mora does so well, using his strength, holding Opara off. Opara shows a little bit, maybe too aggressive in making that challenge. Diego Valeri just wrong foots. Tyler Miller slots it into the corner.
There was that shout. We showed it again at halftime. Within the first 5 or 6 minutes of the match, the Timbers thought they deserved a penalty. They didn't get it then, they get it now. But now there's Minnesota coming back. Oh, Steve Clark! What a save! Keeping it 1-1.
He was a beast for them last year, and he's doing it again right now.
And Minnesota goes quick. Miller bombing it forward for Amarilla. He told us yesterday that he likes Amarilla's aggression getting behind the back line, and he'll look to play the ball quick. Wants to get a couple assists out of that. That is the 80th yellow card of Diego Chara's MLS career. The 3rd player in MLS history to reach 80 yellow cards. Pablo Mastroeni and Kyle Beckerman.
You expect that, though. He plays in that position where you're tasked with putting out fires, doing the dirty work.
That's his job, certainly, and has been for now a decade in Portland. Here's Jan Gregush. Oh, he was going for goal. He struck it well, but it wasn't on frame. Here's Blanco. Didn't get it to Mora. Ethan Finley getting behind Villafana. As Amarilla in the middle. It's Finley looking for Amarilla. He's there on the back post, and it's in! Finley to Amarilla. Minnesota retakes the lead.
Good first touch there, gets the ball out of his feet, and it just takes off, exploits the space, picks his head up in the final moments, and floats a perfectly weighted ball into that back post. They said if you put the ball in the box, Amarilla will score. They did just that, but give full credit to Ethan Finley. Sprints the length of the pitch, has the presence of mind, the poise, the control to pick out the right pass out of the range of Mabiala.
He said he wanted 25 goals this season. Their new striker, Luis Amarilla. 1 down in game number 1 for Ethan Finley. His first assist of the season. And Ethan told us yesterday, he said he had 7 goals last season. He said the goal numbers were there. That's good. He only had 3 assists. And he said, if you look at my career, when I have a lot of assists, our team has success. Looking back to his days in Columbus, he wanted to get his assist numbers up this year. He started out well in that regard. Here's Jorge Moreno. Oh, nifty fake. Now looking in for Mora, and it's too far.
And it's a wonder that they don't try to play to their strength a little bit more. Ethan Finley's been a menace here on this right-hand side when he's found space to exploit. Villafana gets very high up the pitch a lot of times. But again, you see that ball in there and on the back post, just out of the range of Mabiala. Takes a slight skip before it gets to Steve Clark.
And here's Finley again. Now Kevin Molino. The flag is down. It's another for Minnesota. They have turned it on. They're up 3-1. A brace for Molino.
And take a look at Minnesota. It's just a long ball over the top. Amaria does so well to stretch that back line, creating little pockets of space. They get a little bit of fortune here with the flick there from Ethan Finley. And Kevin Molino says, can't believe his luck. He finds the ball with acres of space, makes great contact, and picks the corner out there.
Final seconds of this match. Maybe one push forward more for the Timbers. And they need more than one. Ismail Elfath plays advantage. Blanco near post, more on, and he has pulled one back. Oh, the flag is up. Offside on Felipe Mora. He thought he had his first in Portland. He does not. And it's been that kind of night at Providence Park for the home team.
But this is a lot better from Portland, getting the ball out early, and that is marginal there. And Mora just towing that line. They're going to, of course, review this one.
This is something that can be overturned. The ball went into the net before a whistle. So if it was determined to be a clear and obvious error, but watching that video, that wasn't clear and obvious,
that's not
right?
clear and obvious at all.
And that is it. It is over. Minnesota United coming on the road on opening day and opening up 2020 with a 3-1 win over Portland. Two teams that hope to be back in the playoffs in the West this season. Both disappointed with how 2019 ended, first round exits. It's Minnesota that will be pleased with how 2020 has started, while the Timbers will be left disappointed.